Hey folks, today is Wednesday, May 7th. The time right now is 2:06 p.m. and the temperature is a downright gorgeous 22 degrees Celsius, and I'm standing in front of the Legislative Assembly of Ontario. And for our American viewers, that would be kind of the Canadian equivalent of a U.S. state capitol building. And with the weather being so nice, I thought I would get out and record a walk today. So what we're going to do is head down to College Street, and I'm going to walk over to St. George, and then it'll be north up to Harvard. Well, Harvard and Hoskin. And we'll take a look at Robarts Library on the way, where there should be some cherry blossoms still in bloom. Just gotta wait for this pesky traffic to clear up. There's a couple of Canadian geese just chilling. So it'll be mostly around the University of Toronto St. George campus for this one. This is the first day this year so far where I've worn shorts and a t-shirt. And also, it's the first day I've worn these, my brand new shoes. I bought these last year as part of a Black Friday sale. They were quite heavily discounted, even though I didn't need them at the time and I didn't really want to wear them throughout the mucky winter. But now that the weather has cleared up, I thought it was time to break them out. They have been fantastically comfortable so far. If you're wondering, they're the Ultra Escalante 4s. I sometimes wear the prior model of this shoe. Normally I wear barefoot shoes, but sometimes it's nice to have something with a bit of cushion. And we can see One Bloor West up at the intersection of Yonge and Bloor. Now being handled by Tridel, and this is the north end of University Avenue. We are here, but we're going to be going this way for now. I went out and did a live stream at Hyde Park yesterday to check out the cherry blossoms. My original plan was to live stream this morning from there, but I thought yesterday might be the end of the peak. But we'll see if that's true or not, because I think there's about 70 trees or so. Actually, I think there's a fair bit less than that on St. George. So this is west on College Street. There's the Stewart Building, designed by E.J. Lennox, the guy behind Casa Loma and Old City Hall and a number of other notable buildings in the city. There's actually plans to redevelop that building. It'll be really interesting to see what happens to it. Idiot riding on the sidewalk, especially when there's semi-protected bike lanes on College. But all of these buildings on the right side are part of the University of Toronto, and some of them on the south side of college are. Not even sure where we are in the school season, if exams are done or if it's just class in session as normal. I'm sure someone will fill me in the comments down below. This is the north end of McCall Street. We should get a nice view of the CN Tower looking south from here. And that terminates to the south at Queen Street. This is King's College Road. A large construction project called the Landmark Project on the infield up ahead has completed. There's now underground parking beneath it. There's the Smith Social House. I went there for a Halloween party up on the second floor. There's a number of businesses here serving a mostly college crowd. Dear Saigon Vietnamese Noodle Bar, that looks good. But based on the lack of students I see out and about, I'm going to hazard to guess that the winter semester isn't in full swing anymore. Normally this stretch would be crawling with people around this time. And maybe what I'll do is I'll head up through Philosopher's Walk once I get a little bit northeast of here. To the south of here is Beverly Street. And to the north, St. George Street. Sidewalk closed, pedestrians use other side. I guess that means we're gonna cross. All right, let's head up towards Robarts Library. Welcome to our smoke-free campus.
Like, who knew we talked with him? I could get people.
This is the largest university in Canada with around 67,000 students. I think a quarter of which are international. In recent years, there's been a big clampdown on the number of international students. Yeah, normally there's more food trucks along here. I think the large number of international students has been criticized as putting pressure on the local housing market. And driving up rents and leading to a lack of availability in the downtown core. And that'll lead you towards the main courtyard around King's College. I've done plenty of videos walking through there in the past, as well as live streams.
Are you wearing black top?
Welcome to Knox College on the right. This is one of three major universities in the city, the others being the school formerly known as Ryerson, now going by TMU, Toronto Metropolitan University. Their main campus is centered around Yonge and Dundas, or just to the north of there, as well as the school I went to, York University. That one's up in North York. They've got another campus at Lawrence and Bayview. I think that one's mostly French. And another look towards King's College. I wonder if this is the summer semester. Just up ahead on the left is Robarts. The John P. Robarts Research Library. It's the largest university on, or largest library on the campus. It opened in 1973 and was named after a former premier of the province. And it's a very well-known example of brutalist architecture. There's been an addition to it in recent years. What's left of the cherry blossom should be over there. But it looks like I might have been right to get out and go to High Park yesterday instead of waiting until today. They are certainly well past peak bloom. To the point of just being normal-ass trees. There's some new ones that have been planted. Well, the peak was supposed to be around May 9th. I wonder if, whoops, she dressed up to come take pictures with them. Or is just getting married. There would have been very large crowds here over the past several days. Well, they were predicted to be finishing up around May 9th from what I read online. But a warm snap a few days ago, I think, accelerated that process. I imagine they're mostly done at High Park as well. I get a look at Robarts Library without those girls thinking I'm filming them. Just north of here is St. George Station. UofT is very well transit connected. So I start to go east on Hoskin. On the other side of this intersection, it continues on as Harvard. But we'll take this over to Philosopher's Walk, then I'll head up to Bloor. I probably won't be back to this part of the campus until school's back in session in the fall.
So can I wear this? And there's a
Yeah, you're good.
One of the most beautiful buildings in the city is coming up pretty soon, Trinity College.
And people like are really.
I wonder if she's got that camera out to go see the cherry blossoms. There's Soldiers Tower. And Trinity College coming up was originally established in the 1850s. It was located at what is now Trinity Beltwoods Park. It was incorporated into the University of Toronto. And moved to its current location here in the 1920s. It's a rather stunning property. Oh, the trees here are quite pretty. This might make a good thumbnail for the video. Oops, got my camera. In the wrong mode. And straight ahead is Queen's Park, just on the other side of the Legislative Assembly building where this started. Here's one of the nicest strolls you could take on campus. This little stretch here leading up to Bloor Street is Philosopher's Walk. There was once a natural waterway cutting through here called Tattle Creek. I'm surprised they never planted cherry blossom trees on this pathway. Would have been extremely picturesque, and you're away from the noisy sounds of automobiles.
Так. Вот ты.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, but they introduced abstract art to Toronto, you know? So I don't know if you're familiar. Or do a local one? What would you do if you
That's the Royal Ontario Museum on the right, undergoing some renovations. This is the Queen Alexandra Gateway. Next time we have a day like this, which might be tomorrow, I should probably get out and take a bike ride. It's the ROM on the right, Bloor Street West. Very well used Bloor bike lanes. I was kind of hoping there might be a bit more people milling about the campus, but it didn't really occur to me that we're in the low season as far as universities are concerned. Oh well, it's still nice to get out. Take in the weather. as we get a view of Varsity Stadium. All right, let's keep going back to St. George, and then I'll hop into the subway. For a Pontiac Solstice. It's a great day to be on the patio. An espresso. Maybe I'll pick up an iced coffee on the way back. As we arrive at the first Dutch-style intersection in the city. It was a response to a tragic accident that took place here. Our grandmother was struck by a right-turning vehicle. I say that as there's an ambulance in the bike lane over there. Hopefully everything is okay. There's the Bata Shoe Museum on the left. Oh, this would have been a great day to do a city sightseeing bus from the top floor. I'll have to look into that in the coming days. I've done those in Hanoi, as well as Seoul. There are fun videos to make. But it's back to St. George Street. So I'm gonna pop into the station here. I hope you enjoyed this one. It's a little lower key and quieter than I had hoped, but it's nice to get out and enjoy this absolutely beautiful weather. If only we could hit the pause button and just make every day just like this one up until winter. That would be pretty much perfect. There's the station where you could take line 1 or line 2. But from a bizarrely quiet St. George and Bloor. I hope you enjoyed it. Let me know your thoughts and comments down below. I'm forgetting if I already said this part. I'm still a wee bit jet lagged, I think. But if you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. And I pick up some lunch and iced coffee go home, do some work, and then watch the Maple Leafs. All right, thank you for watching, guys. Yoink.